Welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about what to do if your 2020 Gen 3 won't turn on. First of all, locate the display base module, or DBM, which is commonly to the right or behind the seat in your tractor cab or combine cab. On the DBM, on the side where the connections go into the DBM, right above the Ethernet cables, there is a power button to turn the DBM on and off. When this power button is flush with the casing or inserted into the DBM, that indicates an on status. When this button is out of the casing and no longer flush, that indicates an off status for the DBM. Verify that the power button is turned on so that the system can start up. Next, once we verify the DBM is on, verify that we have good connection to power on the DBM. On the other side of the DBM ports, there is a 4-pin Deutsch connection that supplies power to the display base module. Remove and reinsert the connection to verify a good connection status. You will hear an audible click when the connection is fully inserted. Once we verify that the DBM is connected to power, trace the power harness coming from the DBM until you find the connection going into the cab of your tractor, and also a fuse holder that we can check next. Verify that the convenience port outlet connection is plugged into the convenience outlet or is connected to an adapter if an adapter is needed. Next, open the fuse holder cap to check the fuses out. There are 2 fuses in here. We fused both the ground and the switched power on this harness. Verify that neither fuse is blown and that we have good connection by removing and reinserting the fuse. There are 2 additional fuses stored in here in the event that you need to replace 1 or 2 of these fuses. Once we've verified the fuses are good and they're firmly connected, reinstall a cap on the fuse holder. Next, verify that the Ethernet cable is plugged into the DBM and has LED lights on each side of the Ethernet cable port. Verify the connection by removing and re-plugging in the Ethernet cable both on the DBM and on the back side of your display. Once we have verified that the fuses are good on the harness, we will need to check voltage on the harness coming from the tractor. This is the connector going into the DBM that we'll first check for power. You will need a voltmeter to complete this step. If you do not currently have a voltmeter handy, you will need to pause this video to go get one. Using a voltmeter set to voltage, check this connector for between 11 and 15 volts coming into the connector. On each side of this connector, there are pin numbers molded into the side. This corresponds to the pin numbers, in this case 3 and 4, on the front side of this connector. Pins 1 and 2 are molded into the other side of this connection. In this case, we will be checking pin 2, which is battery voltage, and pin 4, which is switch voltage. You'll be checking voltage from those pins to the ground, which is pin 3. If you have voltage on this connection, please proceed and contact your Precision Planning dealer or Precision Planning product support for further steps. If you do not have voltage on both the switched and constant pins in the connection going to the DBM, trace the power harness to the convenience port outlet to verify voltage at this connection as well. We will be describing this step, looking at the harness going to the DBM. You will need to check voltage on the connection coming from the cab of the tractor. In this case, looking for between 11 to 15 volts, Take your voltmeter and check from the vertical pins, which are both the battery and switch power, to the horizontal pin, which is your ground. If you do not have voltage coming from the tractor on these two pins within spec, proceed to diagnose the tractor for voltage issues. For further steps, please reach out to a Precision Planting dealer or Precision Planting product support to further diagnose your issue. Thank you.